Good day. My name is Sir William, and I am here with, I'll let you introduce yourself.
The Duchess.
Today we'll be speaking in staccato.
I love it.
How are you?
Listen, how am I? Sir William, it's cold.
It is cold, but it's the beginning of winter.
I know. It's the beginning of the winter, and you know what? I'm just trying to get on board. I'm trying to wrap my arms around it and look outside and say, okay, this is the season we're in right now.
I mean, the good news with the winter is it's always, always, always followed by spring.
True.
It might be short spring
we
or...
don't really have spring or fall here in Chicago.
No. Well, then summer.
Summer, winter, summer, winter, summer, winter.
Winter road construction. Yeah, it's never any good.
It's okay, though. I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm great. You know what? Today we're launching a new segment on our show.
Super excited.
And we're going to do this over the holidays, and if it works well, we might continue just because it's fun. It's called On Location with Two Gingers. Yeah. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Beyond fun.
We're going to go to different places. We're going to talk to different people, talk about different people.
Yeah. Now, I had someone ask if they see us in a location and we're recording with our little mini recorder, are they allowed to approach us?
They are, and we will take selfies.
Absolutely.
And sign whatever they have.
I know. Nobody does that anymore.
Nobody gets the autograph.
Nobody really cares about your autograph. And honestly, I'd be a little bit skeptical if somebody wanted my autograph because I'm like immediately thinking, are you trying to steal my identity?
Are you creeping on me?
Right. I'm like, a picture?
Nobody's really sure what your name is, though, so I don't think they could steal your identity.
That's true.
You have like 22 different combinations.
No, but I will say I'm always down for a selfie. But just know this up front. Sir William and I do have veto power. If we don't like it, we will make you delete it and take it again.
Absolutely.
Okay? Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about with this selfie, right? I thought it was really funny. You know, I really enjoy listening to Juicy Scoop Obsessed. Mm-hmm. I think that Heather McDonald is doing a phenomenal job over there. She releases 2 shows a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, talks all things that I love, Bravo, Housewives, pop culture, etc., right? And I just think that she's really funny. But she started taking pictures after her shows, right? She's great about taking selfies. She said it's awesome because now she has all these gentlemen that want to take her picture because they know that's the way to a girl's heart on the dating apps. Because if you're scrolling through and you see a cute boy standing next to Heather McDonald, you know he's got to be cool because you're like, I love Heather McDonald. I can't believe you met her. That's great.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. Isn't that hilarious? So we might help you meet the love of your life. We just might.
That's what we do. People helping people.
We are people helping people.
With a hashtag.
That is hashtag people helping people.
Oh, that's right.
But we have something really special here today.
What is it?
You did something solo, which is not normal.
I know. You wrote all the questions, though, so it's all good.
Yeah.
We interviewed JR Westberg, who is the proprietor of Parkside Pub, which is mostly famous for Balls Wednesday, or as they call it, Turkey Testicle Festival. So we're going to play that interview for you right now. Sir William on location at Parkside Pub. I have the honor today to be talking to JR Westberg, who is the owner of Parkside Pub and also a Huntley Village trustee. JR, thanks for giving us a little bit of time here.
Thanks for having me.
So you guys got a big event coming up. On our show, we like to call it Balls Wednesday.
Okay.
But I believe you refer to it as Turkey Testicle Festival.
That is correct. For 36 years.
36 years it's been going on?
Yep.
And what do you think makes it so popular?
I think it's more popular now because it's gone multi-generational. Parents that have come here years ago are now, their children are turning 21 and now they want to attend the event. So that's why I think it's become more popular.
We definitely have that going on in our neighborhood. As a matter of fact, it's been a rite of passage for all of our children when they get their driver's license. First thing on their list is they have to drive, even though they're shuttle buses.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, we've felt that effect. And actually, I do have a son who's old enough to go now. So it's pretty interesting to do that. So, how many people do you normally have at show?
We average 4,800, 4,900 people. And we expect probably about 5,000, maybe 5,100 this year.
Okay. And you have bands that play throughout the day?
Yes. Bands start at 11 when we open. We're starting with Backcountry Roads. And then after that, it'll be Seventh Heaven, Modern Day Romeos. And then this year, for the first time, will be Bella King.
Oh, very nice. Anything else that's going to be different or unique this year?
Well, we've added the VIP area. There's some passes that are available online, parksidepub.com. But that's been going on for a couple of years. We had heard some issues, if you will, with the bus services, and so I personally went out and made sure all the buses would run at 30-minute intervals.
Okay.
Starting at 3 p.m.
Now, can you tell me a little bit more about the VIP opportunity? Because the Duchess, as you know, is a VIP, and she's going to want some more info on that.
Right. Well, with the VIP, you already you get to jump the line. So if you come at a later time, typically there's a line down the block to get in. So with this pass, you'll be able to jump the line. You get a swag bag filled with all kinds of goodies from our liquor distributors and vendors. You get one of the commemorative shirts that go along with the festival. You get your own private area where not the general public is allowed to go into, as well as you'll get your own bartender, so there'll be no waiting to get alcohol. Your own private, if you will, porta potties that are in that area, so you never need to leave the area. And then on top of it, the heaters are right there, so it's a great time. And over 80% of our VIPs are repeat customers. They love it.
Oh, nice. Now, I understand that part of the money that you generate goes towards
charities. Yes.
For charities?
Yes, multiple charities or multiple people that get involved are they take their monies and they send it out to different charities. So we know that some of the checks go towards pediatric cancer, as well as the Ronald McDonald charity, and then there's various local sports teams that help out, the smaller youth teams.
Very nice. What does Thanksgiving look like at the Westberg house the day after this epic event?
I'm not quite. I can tell you the last year was I was sleeping on the couch by 2 p.m. and turkey was served at 5 p.m. I'm not sure how my wife does it, but God bless her, she does an amazing job working here all day on the day before, obviously at the event, but then being able to put the turkey together and all the fixings, and then I just can't do it. Last year I logged 42,000 steps.
Just at the event?
Just at the event.
Holy shit. That's a lot of steps. So, speaking of your wife, you have quite a few volunteers that work that day. Mm-hmm. Tell me about those guys.
They were wonderful groups. We have Princess Tegan, Carly and her crew are coming out. And then we have Huntley Youth. We actually have Great Irons coming out for their group, as well as Huntley Youth Baseball. And then the Oddfellows, they're the ones that send the biggest check to Ronald McDonald.
Oh, very cool. Now, you mentioned earlier about the T-shirt with, you have a new saying every year.
Yes. This year's...
Can you share that or not?
This year's hot saying is snack from the sack.
Snack from the sack. All right. Who comes up with these? Is that you?
Yes, myself and Jeff, my partner, we go through a different, we just gather different sayings throughout the year, and we put them together and put our little testicle spin on it and have fun with it.
And finally, is this an event that you look forward to every year and is fun, or is it like dreadful because it's 40,000 steps and you work your ass off? And
there's some stressful moments up to the day of. I'll tell you that the biggest piece is that when we open the gates at 11, there's a lot of emotion and built-up anxiety about, are we going to get the crowd that we expect? And lo and behold, it turns out to be just fine every year, and we continue to improve upon it each year. Last year, implementing metal detector wands at the front gate. We want to ensure a safe and fun and happy event for everyone. We know tomorrow, the next day is Thanksgiving, and that's important to us. We want you to go home safe with your families, and that's what we bring here. We put Huntley on the map for one day out of the year.
Well, that's actually I've heard this from about 100 people, and it was the same thing with me. The only thing I knew about Huntley before I moved out here in 1999 was Turkey Testicle Festival.
Yeah.
And people didn't believe that for a long period of time.
Yeah. So out of 5,000 people, we have, last year we had them come from 6 different countries, 39 different states.
Wow. That's impressive. Well, for those of you who have never been to Parkside Pub, you need to check it out. It's right in downtown Huntley. It's a beautiful place. Their food is amazing here. Turkey Testicle Festival is obviously the event to be at, but if you can't make it for that, just come by anytime, day or night, to eat and drink libations.
Well, maybe we'll do some Facebook Live while we're here.
That'd be cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. JR Westberg, thank you so much for taking the time for Two Gingers. I'm Sir William. Good day, Crystal Lake. My name is Sir William, and I am here with the lovely, the talented, the Duchess.
I can't help it. I have to hold the mic.
Hi, Sir William.
So guess what? We have a new segment that we're going to be rolling out here in the holidays. It's on location.
Another one?
Yes, another new.
I love it.
Newness, more newness.
And it's just called On Location?
On Location.
With Two Gingers?
Yeah.
On the road again?
With Two Gingers, yes.
I absolutely love it. We're at the Starbucks.
We are.
Over in the Crystal Lake on 14. Now, I know that there are tons of Starbucks in our areas, but we're on the one on 14, and we're sitting in front of one of my favorite stores. I can't believe how many times I go here, Sir William, but Bed Bath & Beyond.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
No,
got a nice little Saturday planned.
It might be crazy. I don't know.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
I don't know. And there's a new furniture store that's going in right here.
Right.
I've never been to that one either.
It's a mattress superstore and furniture.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, listen, this morning over coffee, you asked me a question, and I was like, whoa. Save all your questions for the
for
podcast.
our On Location
That's right.
podcast.
That's right. And your question was?
My question was, as many of you know, the last season of one of our favorite shows, House of Cards, is on. And you are currently watching that last season?
Yes, I'm only two episodes in.
There's been mixed reviews online, which is crazy to me because it was excellent. So I was so excited about the last season that I decided to go back and watch it from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I'm like into season 3 already, so I've been doing a lot of binging late at night.
Yeah.
Here's my question. What exactly did Kevin Spacey do? Because we need him back in movies and in shows and stuff like that. I think we need to forgive, if possible.
Listen.
But I don't know what he did.
Now listen, I loved Kevin Spacey from the jump, okay? It changed my life after watching him in Usual Suspects. I seriously dreamed about him. I tried to put him on my vision board to meet him. So I'm with you. He's got a soft spot in my heart. However, when we go through this list...
It's bad.
Do you remember the actor Anthony Rapp? He's got red hair. He was in Dodgeball. He played the pirate.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Among many other things. Okay. So he he said that there were some sexual advances made by Spacey when this poor guy was only 14 years old and they were working on a project together. But advances.
Okay.
Now, as you and I have spoken about on this show, as well as off the record and off the mic, this is unfortunately something that me, as a woman, if I wrote down every time someone...
If you wrote down every time I advanced you...
I mean, I'm not trying to downgrade it, but I am just saying, like, really? So if that was the only thing, then I'm saying yes, I could probably forgive the man.
Uh-oh. Wait, there's more.
And there's another one that says Roberto, he was a Mexican actor, and he said that he fondled or tried to fondle him against his will. Okay, that's a little bit more difficult to forgive, right? Then there's Daniel Beale, who said when he was 19, working as a bartender in a West Sussex hotel, Spacey exposed himself to him outside the hotel while he was on cigarette break. Now it's getting a little creepier, right?
There's no doubt about the creepiness.
Then there's Justin Dawes, who says when he was 16 and a theater usher in Connecticut, Spacey was appearing in a play there and invited him and a male friend to his apartment to watch a movie. Instead, Spacey gave them cocktails and played porn on the TV. Then he said it got awkward but intimidating and they left without incident.
I'm letting them go for that.
Okay. Then there's Mark Ebenock.
Okay.
He was a 35-year-old military advisor working in uniform on the set of the 1955 movie Outbreak, when he said Spacey, who had a role in the movie, instructed one of his harem of young male crew members to solicit him for sex with Spacey.
Okay.
But is this like, I think that girl's hot over there, will you go ask her if she'll come home with me?
Could be.
Okay, so that one.
Yeah.
Harry Dreyfuss, which is the son of the Oscar winner.
Richard?
Richard Dreyfuss.
Okay.
Wrote a first-person column in BuzzFeed on November 4th describing how Spacey groped his genitals when he was 18 and his father was in the room. Now, Harry Dreyfuss said it happened in 2008 in London when Spacey was directing his father in a play at the Old Vic. But they were at Spacey's apartment rehearsing lines. Okay, again, like the grabbiness, but if I wrote down every time my ass got grabbed,
right,
the list would be for days. Tony Montana said a drunken Spacey confronted him in 2003 at a Los Angeles pub and groped his genitals and chased him into a bathroom. He grabbed the whole package. He grabbed me hard. No one had ever done that to me before.
Okay, that's not. I mean, it's not great, but
forgivable in your.
Well, I don't know.
Chris Nixon, 20-year-old bartender from Belfast, was working at a bar Spacey frequented near the Old Vic. He told People and the Sun that he was invited to a party at Spacey's London apartment. He was sitting on the sofa when Spacey sat beside him and grabbed his crotch. He was drunk, but not paraplegic. Wait.
No, what?
Paralytic, not paraplegic. I walked over to my girlfriend and said, "We need to leave."
Huh.
So he just sounds like he's real grabby.
Grabby,
He's
creepy.
grabby. Then there's another anonymous bartender that said London police said on November 1st is investigating an allegation by a man who was then 23 who said Spacey sexually assaulted him in 2008 after he passed out at Spacey's London home where he had gone seeking advice on his career. He left after Spacey warned him to keep quiet about it.
That's the first one that's really crossing the line, depending what happened. You know?
There's an anonymous New York artist, a former child actor, told Vulture online that he began a sexual relationship with Spacey in 1983 when he was only 14, and Spacey was 24. and that it ended when he was 15 after Spacey allegedly attempted to rape him. He believes Spacey is a pedophile.
That's bad.
That's bad. An anonymous production assistant, CNN reported that a former production assistant of House of Cards said Spacey sexually assaulted him, putting his hand down the assistant's pants while Spacey was driving them to the Baltimore area set during one of the show's early seasons. The assistant said the touching was non-consensual. So Spacey's driving and reaches over and forces his hand down this guy's pants.
That just seems odd.
It does. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen.
Is that all of them?
Anonymous British journalist reported that a British journalist, then in his 20s, interviewed Spacey for a magazine in London in the early 2000s and afterward went to a club with Spacey and some of his friends. He said Spacey repeatedly grabbed his genitals, and angrily tried to block him from fleeing. The journalist realized he could not write about the encounter because it meant outing then closeted Spacey as gay.
But wait, there's more?
John told BBC's Victoria Derbyshire on October 31st that Spacey tried to seduce him in a New York apartment in 1984 when he was only 17. He said Spacey asked him to share his bed, but he slept on the sofa and woke up with the actor's arms around him. I mean, okay. Heather?
Wait, so, like, for most of these, I just want to throw out, like, okay, first of all...
There's only two more.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say,
You get the idea.
based on today's standards,
Yeah.
it's wrong.
It's totally wrong.
I mean...
And not just based on today's
No,
standards.
it's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. The fact that he's making unwanted
Sexual
anything
advances, right.
is wrong on one level. The
Right.
second level is, it seems the common theme is they're all underage boys, which just seems weird.
Well,
But-
it does seem weird, but
You do have to consider the time. I'm not giving him a pass because of it, but things were very different in the 80s. Very
What?
different. Oh, yeah. And then the other thing is, like, half of those seem like it's just people piling on.
I know,
after a
and
couple
we're
people
probably
came
going
out.
to get a bunch of hate mail on our
I
social
hope
media
we do.
because of how I'm speaking. But this is where I'm getting annoyed because a lot of women who are coming forward and they are finally speaking their mind about much more severe cases than just getting grabbed
Right.
when they didn't want to. And they're being, well, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you come forward sooner? Why are you waiting all this time? This guy got his junk grabbed.
I mean,
And your complaint, like,
think
this
about-
happens to us every day, Sir William.
it does as a woman. Think about you as an actress.
Oh, yeah.
That's sex.
People exposing themselves backstage.
All kinds of- there's
They're
all kinds of sex
They're
things.
constantly making sexual innuendos and all. I
There's
mean,
relationships,
the
there's
list
affairs,
goes
there's
on
like,
and on.
all that kind of stuff happens
Right.
when you spend all
Right.
this time, working
Right.
on projects and stuff. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just
No.
saying it is what it is.
Listen, I understand that he is a very talented artist, but unfortunately, after revisiting this very long list,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with
I'm
you.
going to have to say, not this
Shut
time.
them down.
Not this time.
Now, okay, which brings up one other very quick question. We
Yeah.
won't spend a lot of time with this, but do we ever forgive him?
I mean,
Keeping in mind, by the way, that most of these things did happen in the 80s.
listen, I'm a good Christian girl, just like you're a good Christian boy. We, of course, can forgive, but
But can we forget?
no.
Oh.
No, and that doesn't mean that you get to come back in and make millions of dollars in this industry. No, you do not. I'll forgive you, absolutely. We all make mistakes. But no, I don't. Even as much as I love him as an artist,
So
I
there's
have no
so he's-
interest
he's done.
in seeing him. I would much rather see someone else who's new, up and coming, great talent, have a shot than giving it to him. And that's hard for me to say.
I look at two different cases.
Yeah.
Completely different cases. I look at him and I look at the Harvey Weinstein case. Now, Harvey Weinstein
that's gross.
actually had people set up rooms, pretend casting
Completely.
calls,
That's crazy.
where he attempted to
Absolutely.
rape
But he
a
should
bunch of people.
Right. He should be in jail for
yeah.
the rest of his life.
Right. Yeah.
If not more.
This is just, there's definitely wrongdoing, but very, very odd fetish that he's acting out on.
The only way that I could ever see him back on my screen and be okay with it, and don't make the joke if it's a rerun. No, I'm being very serious. The only way that I would absolutely forgive and allow him to be on the screen again is if he spends the next several years rehabbing and really counseling and really working on himself, and then makes a ginormous apology publicly.
And then have rules.
Exactly. And
contact
completely
with,
changes his behavior.
Yeah.
Maybe he has to have a handler with him at all times or what have you. Because, again, I think he's extremely talented. But I think that that's the only way you come back from something like this.
The problem with the handler is, if you remember on House of Cards, they had
a trick.
What was his name?
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to remember it.
No, I should.
No.
Edward Meacham. It was
Yes,
Meacham.
Meacham.
He had Meacham with
I
him.
know,
The problem was
they got a throuple.
they had a throuple going on. So.
Exactly.
It's funny how that series emulated real life.
I know. That's crazy.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Well, that's Two Gingers on the road and on location. We'll be back again very soon. Hope you enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Please follow us on social media. Our website is twogingers.com. That's gingers with a Z. On Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest at Two Gingers. And on Twitter at Two Gingers. At Sir William 1015 and at the Duchess 1015. The Two Gingers podcast is written, hosted, and produced by Sir William Guerin and the Duchess Kate Curtin. Head over to our website for more at twogingers.com. That's Gingers with a Z. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button to get our weekly podcasts on Apple Podcasts.